Well, it only took one ranked team to go ahead and take down the fourth ranked Gators. Good afternoon. Just want to come back on. Earlier I'd mentioned about the challenges of Florida's defense, and I've been mentioning this since the beginning about the Florida Gators and their defense. And sure enough, it happened. Texas A&M read the script. They figured it out. All you got to do is run on foot. That's all you got to do. You just run through that soft defensive line of Florida Gators, and true enough, that's exactly what they did. And they were able to come from behind and defeat the Florida Gators 41-38 in Texas. Now, what does that mean? Well, the fourth ranked Gators, of course, will drop out of the top 10, probably top 15. I think they'll probably drop down about 16th or 17th. But the thing about it is, what does that do? Well, first of all, that's the first loss in the Southeastern Conference for the Florida Gators. The Florida Gators is no longer considered an elite team, even though I had some suspects on them being elite, being that they had that weak defense. Now everybody else knows what to do with Florida. It's no way of them improving that defense. So what that means is that they need to fire that defensive coordinator. Uh, the defensive coordinator got to go because Florida been giving up too. They gave up too many points in the first game. Second game, I mean, South Carolina almost caught them last week. They made too many mistakes, and Texas A&M looked like they was going to give the game away this week. So Florida got away with two. They got away with it last week. They just managed to run up the score against Ole Miss, and like I said, South Carolina just gave Florida the game last week. Now this week they met a decent team. A decent team. Texas A&M, they're decent. They were home. They had a little crowd out there. But Florida seemingly had weathered the storm in the first half, although you could tell they were playing very cautious, very cautious. But you can't expect an offense to bail out a team. It has to be you have to have at least an average defense, and the Gators don't have an average defense. They have a very very weak defense, and that's their demise. And it's kind of too bad because that offense is really good, and the Gators could have did something special this year, but they're not. They're not going to be able to do anything special because now teams have figured it out. And I say that, and I know y'all think this is very negative, but I'm telling you, you got LSU next. LSU going to beat us. Missouri will win against Missouri because Missouri is sorry, so we'll beat Missouri. We'll outscore Missouri. Then you got teams like Georgia. Georgia's going to just whip us all over the field. Um, and a couple other teams there, a couple of trap teams that we can work through. And then in the end, you got Tennessee, who's been looking for revenge, who's our nemesis. We always beat Tennessee, but this year might be the year that we lose to Tennessee because of our weak defense. So, because of Florida's weak defense, all of the remaining ranked teams are guaranteed to, if they play hard enough, they will win. They'll beat Florida. And Florida is looking at probably a 7-3 or 6-4 season this year, based on this game today, and really based on game one. I'm sorry, y'all, but Florida's defense is ridiculously sorry. It's bad. The defense is so bad. I mean, it's really bad. Our defense is really bad. I mean, I was looking at it. I'm sitting there looking at the game, thinking, "Oh my God, pick up a 16, and pick up a 21." Come on. So yeah. Florida Gators is in trouble. Next game we'll be out of the. They'll probably keep us in the top 25. Probably around, like I say, 16, 17, somewhere in there. Next game, LSU. They're gonna LSU gonna kick us out of the top 25. So the Gators is looking at a 6-3 at best, 7-3, or most likely a 6-4 season. So, all right, go Gators.